everybody. Welcome to episode 7 of of-geeks-gaming. I am your host, Defense, and with me is...
Kester.
Lucky number 7, Kester.
I can't believe we've made it this far.
It is really kind of just ridiculous.
It really is.
So, we have a pretty packed show for you today.
Yeah, this
honestly.
one's dense, yeah.
We got some news, some really critical news to the gaming world, I feel.
Oh, yeah, this is epic news.
In the good and or bad sense. So, we also have... We're going to do a cool segment. Future gaming, that was like a fan question. We've talked about the past and the current, so we're going to talk a little bit about the future. We also have games that we like that everyone else hates, and games that we love games that we hate but everyone else loves.
Yeah, I think that's what you meant to say.
The flip-flop. And that's brought to you by Dragon Power Podcast. Appreciate it, guys. It was a really good idea to do that. So we're going to do that. Then we got our top 10 favorite Street Fighter fighters lined up.
Yeah, because Street Fighter Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, I got some words on that. I'm kind of sad.
Oh no, we're not starting with sad news about Street Fighter, are we?
It's not. It's in my life. It's not Street Fighter's fault.
Okay.
And then at the very end, we're gonna do some top 10 boss lists from some other fans that have commented on our page and stuff that thought it was a cool idea. So I'm gonna talk to those, and we can talk about them a little bit.
All right.
Okay. So first things first, Kester, would you like to give the bad news?
Yeah, game trailer shut down. This really makes me sad.
And it was like completely out of nowhere.
Yeah, like I got on Facebook and I saw it was in my feed and I couldn't believe it. Like game trailers, like why game trailers?
Yeah, I mean, out of all of them, like you said before, I think it was the most trustworthy review spot.
Yeah, like they are my favorite gaming website as far as like reviews go. I trust their reviews more than any other site. Like, I don't know where I'm going for my reviews now.
See, I would always look at them. They were kind of sporadic with their reviews, though. Sometimes they wouldn't do certain games that I wanted. But I'd always compare them to IGN or some other place. And I always felt that they did a better job.
Yeah, I think the writing over there was good. They just seem to have, like, sort of almost my taste in games, so.
I agree. It seemed like it was just a bunch of dudes and or girls just, like, hanging out.
Yeah.
And just kind of ran this company or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, it was my number one site for gaming news. Has been for a long time.
I mean, it's been 13 years.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I had internet, I've been going to game trailers, and it's almost like when Nintendo Power
stopped. Yeah,
it
is like that.
Because like game trailers was the first, like one of the first gaming sites out there, and to see it go down and out of nowhere, it's very depressing.
It was. I woke up one morning for work, and I usually peruse my phone before I actually get out of bed, and I saw it. I'm like, this is going to be the worst day, like, ever.
Yeah. I can't. As soon as I saw that, I was like, no, and I immediately like got on the computer.
I know. I was hoping it was one of those like fake celebrity deaths that they post on Facebook.
Yeah.
Game trailers is gone. No, it's not. Just kidding.
Yeah, from what I read, I guess they were bought by some company, and they did the same thing to The Escapist.
That sucks, too.
Yeah, I liked The Escapist a lot. I think Yahtzee's still going, like, 0 punctuation.
Will he go by himself?
I don't know.
Or do you think they're just going to hire him?
I have no idea what happened to him, to be honest with you. I stopped watching his stuff.
Yeah, I've never really stayed up to date with him either, but what I saw was good.
I always liked his reviews, and I liked Movie Bob on that site. He got let go. So they did the same thing to The Escapist, and then they just shut down game trailers.
And this was the same company?
Mm-hmm. Who? Defy something?
Who the hell do they think they are?
I know, they're just like
messing with us. It's probably a mobile game.
Yeah, it's EA.
Secretly EA.
It's
one of their thousands of branches.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It just sucks because, I mean, I liked The Escapist. It had a lot of great shows. Like, I used to like Unforgotten Realms. I liked Movie Bob. I liked a lot of stuff on there. And then game trailers was my place to go for news and reviews. And so they shut down. Whoever they are, I hate you.
Yeah, screw you. You pretty much, you took a big chunk out of the gaming community media there.
Yeah, and hopefully like this, I mean, they're talented people over there. So I'm assuming they'll land on their feet. They might start their own like YouTube or something.
I would say that. I mean, I really like the narrator of all the reviews.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. But
I like his voice. He does a good job, and I just like his tone. I'm gonna say that they're gonna end up. I agree. Either finding another place within gaming or just make up another one.
yeah, because when I think about like reviews, I always hated GameSpot. Like, I think GameSpot is like almost for the meatheads of gaming.
Yeah, I agree. It's like the gym of gaming.
Yeah, it really is. That's a good point. It is exactly like the gym of gaming. It's like, we like Call of Duty over here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I never like them, and IGN I don't really care for either. And so where do I go now?
Yeah, I actually like IGN more for their other media. Their reviews are really sketchy.
Yeah.
They always have stupid reasonings. And they give high, like Evolve. It got like a 9.3, I think.
Yeah, and Evolve wasn't good at
No.
all.
And like this, it was like some guy I never even seen before. And now he's doing a little bit more. But he gave it such a high score. And man, that game just sucks now.
Well, I mean, it didn't evolve though. Like, for me, it wasn't even good from day one.
Yeah, I mean, it was decent. I guess you couldn't really see what was going to happen in the future. And I'm talking like a week after release.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I mean, I don't hold it against them too much. But then there was like the Pokemon review. There's a Pokemon game. And it's like main environment's water. And one of the negatives for the game from IGN was too much water.
That seems about right for IGN.
Like, that's literally, like, it was an ongoing joke. But that is exactly what it said.
Yeah, this is crushing. This is one of the worst things I could have heard this week. Yeah, it's the second worst thing that happened to me this week. I also did laundry and lost my Zelda jacket at the laundromat somehow.
What?
Yes, the Zelda jacket I've had for 12 years.
Oh my, dude, you can come here and do your laundry if there's a Zelda jacket in it.
I know, I'm so sad
I'll
about
keep it
that.
secret and I'll keep it safe.
And then later this week, game trailers get shut down. This is not a good week.
Not for gaming, it isn't.
No, sad.
Okay, well, I think we talked about it enough.
Yeah.
We said our piece.
Goodbye, game trailers. You will be missed.
Yeah, goodbye. You know what this leaves room for, though?
Yes, us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, more
Exactly.
flock.
Yeah, get rid of the head honchos. Now just go get rid of GameStop.
Yeah.
Okay, so other things. Amazon came out with Lumberyard, which is a free game development engine that you can just download and start using and make video games with.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it integrates. I forget what the. I mean, it's not that I forget. I don't even really know what it is, but it integrates with something and Twitch, so it makes it easier for these games to kind of work with those applications.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool, but I guess what they're saying is it's free, but there's a lot of stuff you have to buy with that connectivity with like Twitch and stuff. So that's where they're getting people with money.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool though. I mean, being able to develop your own game if you have to pay a few bucks. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's okay. But I mean, I thought that was cool that Amazon did that.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I've never been into making games. I kind of just want to play them. Like, I don't want to make them.
It's my dream to work with like a decent team to make a video game because I've made some by myself.
Yeah.
And it's just too much of it. It's like I have such big hopes and dreams for these things. I just don't have enough time for it.
Yeah, you have a full-time job, and you're the only programmer too. So
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
people can come up with ideas, but you have to actually sit there and program the shit.
And
so.
I mean, most of the time everything's okay, but then you get those people who are like, why is it doing that? Why doesn't it do this instead? It's like, don't you realize this is a process?
This takes a while.
Like, it's like, you think it's 2 steps. It's literally 150.
Yeah.
I'm halfway there. I'm asking you about this. Is this okay? So, yeah, it can be a nightmare. So, still cross my fingers. Hopefully we can one day get like a team together and make an awesome video game.
Nice. I'll be there to subtly criticize it.
Yeah, you can be the project manager.
Yeah, I'll just be like, that's stupid.
Okay, here comes Boss Kester.
Get it together, guys. We're better than this.
You guys got to work harder. I'm going to go out for a smoke.
Yeah, it's my general philosophy on life.
It's a good one. Okay, so other news, Firewatch came out. It was one of my top anticipated games of the year.
Yeah, I've been watching reviews of it. I don't know. It doesn't. That game looks boring to me.
Okay, fair enough. I got it. I haven't played it yet because I'm playing other games right now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it sounded cool, but it just looks boring. Like, I know I'd get bored with that.
Sure. I kind of sometimes I like those games where I just can like sit on the couch and just walk around.
Yeah, I mean, people like those games. It's just they're not my cup of tea. So I know I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah,
So why?
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll try to finish it this week. Hopefully, I heard it's not very long. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was only $20.
It was getting good scores too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, something that pops out of my head. I think it was like 9.3. I think another one gave like an 8.5.
Okay.
I'm not sure which. Probably doesn't matter anymore. Honestly,
Yeah, the only one you can trust is God, so it doesn't really matter.
another game that came out. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Unravel.
Never heard of it.
Okay, so you're basically this little yarn guy. Okay.
Okay.
And as you walk through the level, it's like a 2D platformer, but it's like the graphics are beautiful, like amazing. I might show you after the podcast just because
Okay.
they look so good.
Yeah. Maybe you should have showed me before the podcast.
Dude, we were sleeping in the snowstorm.
Oh, we got a snowstorm again.
Anyway, so you're this yarn guy, and as you walk, you run out of yarn. So you have to find these, like, the checkpoints, you get more yarn so you can continue on through the level, but you can, like, pretty much climb, like, you can throw the yarn, climb up it, tie knots, and then swing from that knot and, like, do a bunch of platforming stuff with this yarn. They actually did a pretty decent job with it.
What's it for?
PlayStation 4. I don't know if it came out I think it came out for Xbox One and PC.
Oh, cool. I mean, I have no internet right now, so I can't download it.
I honestly don't think you like it because it's, like, really cutesy and...
You can do cutesy.
Yeah, the story is basically you're this old lady's yarn and she's lost.
Okay, now we're getting
Yeah, I know. And you like go collect her memories and stuff.
Oh, how adorable.
I just liked it because of the platforming and the graphics are so awesome. Music is top notch too.
Okay. Well, I mean, once I get internet, I'll probably download it or at least play the demo.
Yeah, so check it out. It's pretty cool. It's a little developer. They've taken like 3 or 4 years to make this game,
Okay.
so it's worth checking out. This is interesting. We also have the latest video game movie weapons in real life. It's like a YouTube channel from Man at Arms. Shows them making a Bloodborne saw cleaver, a real life Bloodborne saw cleaver.
That's cool. It's
metal,
dangerous, though.
and like it's just a freaking hacksaw, man. It's nuts.
Wait, I want to see this. So I'm gonna definitely check that out.
It's really cool. I'll put the link in the comments on our YouTube below, so you can check it out.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Dark Souls 3 opening cinematic was released.
I see. I'm not gonna watch anything on Dark Souls. I'm just waiting for it to come out.
I was gonna ask your opinion, but I figured you might be doing that.
Yeah, like there are certain things where I'll watch trailers, but like you want to go in fresh with Dark Souls. I don't need to see anything.
Well, the thing is, it's the opening cinematic, so it's not like gameplay or anything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like how Dark Souls 2, you did that. You met the old woman and then dove down into the...
Yeah, I like Dark Souls too because it was all the old woman just kept saying, and you won't know why. Like, yeah, that was pretty much sums up the game.
Yeah.
Like you just went around doing stuff and you had no idea why you were doing it.
Yeah, it's like play that game and go back and rewatch the beginning, and she's spot on.
Yeah, she nails it.
You're going to die, and you're going to not know what's going on.
And then you're going to be in a castle and you're going to not know why. And I'm like, yeah, it sums it up.
Yeah, pretty much. We have I'll just say it now. The Street Fighter V, the first DLC character was released.
Axel?
I thought it was Alex.
Alex, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I see you're more up on the characters, so I was
Yeah.
second guessing my notes, but I have Alex.
Yeah, maybe I just read it wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if Axel's in the game.
No, he isn't.
Okay, so you're just got excited.
Yeah, Alex. He is in Street Fighter 3.
Okay.
Okay. He was kind of supposed to be the main character, Street Fighter 3. Like, he wasn't very good in the game. He was like a weird mix of like Zangief and like, but he could move faster, but all his moves were like 360 throws. So
He looked kind of like what's his name? The other guy that his blonde hair and he's a grappler. Is it Abel?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Is that Abel?
Yeah.
He reminded me of him when I saw stuff on
Yeah,
him.
he's kind of like that, actually.
Yeah.
He's a fan favorite, though. Like, just people like him for some reason.
Alex?
Yeah, because he was the main character of Street Fighter 3.
I gotcha. He doesn't really seem to interest me much.
He doesn't interest me either, and I'm a huge fan of Street Fighter, so
Yeah.
that just says... I mean, he wasn't very memorable or fun to me in 3.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess 3, though, I really only played Ken, so...
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well,
And
maybe he'll be fun to beat up on at least then.
some Chung-Li, I guess.
Cool. So people, as you might know, that the new Assassin's Creed movie's coming out with Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, it's excellent that it has Michael Fassbender.
I will see it because of that now.
Yeah. He's fantastic.
He is, and if anything can save a movie, it's probably his acting and like him in general. So it might be decent.
Even if it's an okay movie, Michael Fassbender will be cool enough to make it good.
Oh yeah, exactly. I kind of wish it wasn't. I think it's taking place like in like Italian again.
Is it gonna have like the Animusc and all that nonsense?
I don't know yet. I don't think they've really released much. I hope not.
Yeah, I really hope not.
And nothing against our Italian listeners. It's more or less because they had like 7 games in Italy and like with Ezio, and I just don't want it. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, Ezio, like the second Assassin's Creed was my favorite, and Ezio was awesome.
Yeah,
and
but they only needed 1, maybe 2 games.
Yeah, when we got to like 4, was it?
It was just ridiculous. He wouldn't go away.
Yeah, he would not go away.
He's just like he's still the most played assassin in the series.
Yeah, I mean he was awesome. That second Assassin's Creed was really, really, really good.
Yeah, it's a great game.
And then they just kind of got too much. Didn't like it anymore.
Yeah,
and like Assassin's Creed 1, I didn't think was that great. So, but I loved 2.
I really liked 1 because it was the introduction of like the new gameplay, and I like Altair, the first assassin.
Yeah, I mean I like it. You just did the same thing in every town. It got annoying.
True, but they were set in I don't know. At least it was kind of fresh at the time.
Oh, at the time it was really cool the way. I mean, I love the running and jumping in that game.
Mm-hmm. The game flow's pretty good. I liked how like there was interconnected cities and you could like travel by horseback and stuff.
Yeah, I like the first one better than I like most of the other ones.
Yeah. I agree though. 2 kind of just set the stage, and
I like Black Flag too.
I don't even consider Black Flag an Assassin's Creed game. I consider it a pirate game.
It's a good pirate game.
It is it's the best pirate game you can get.
Yeah, I didn't even beat it, but I played a lot of it. I liked it.
Yeah, I didn't beat it either because it was just so much fun. Like sailing your ship around and whaling. You just go whaling.
I like whaling and smashing at other ships and just jumping on them. It was good.
Well, so I guess Ubisoft has announced that they're going to not be making an Assassin's Creed game for 2016.
Yeah, I did hear that.
They're going to step back and reevaluate the game itself and the series.
They probably should. And I think if we would have got to like, by the 4th one, we did Desmond in the future, it might have been interesting, but they just killed him off and then it just went nowhere.
Yeah, they needed to just end the Animus there.
Yeah, like I think the 3rd one should have just been you playing as Desmond.
Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
They had those little segments with him in it, and they were pretty fun.
Yeah, I like Desmond. He wasn't that bad.
No, isn't he the voice of Drake?
Yeah, Nolan North.
Mm-hmm.
Love Nolan North.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Voice of Deadpool as well.
Oh really? Mm-hmm. In the game?
In video games, usually it's Nolan North.
Oh okay.
Actually, in a lot of animated movies too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. That's cool. Well, there you go, everyone.
You're welcome. Fun fact.
So that's it for news.
Wait, I have one thing.
Okay, there you go. Good.
Okay. Did you hear Capcom? They're in talks to do another Onimusha.
I did see that.
Yeah,
it was one of the things I fell asleep to looking at, and I forgot to put it in the news.
Yeah, I like Onimusha a lot, so that would be awesome if they made another one.
Yeah, I think I would be really excited about it. I never beat any of them, but I really liked playing what I did. I remember it was a little too hard for me when I was, I just wasn't really into those like tank control games.
Yeah, you would have been a youngin' too.
Mm-hmm. But I love them now, and I wish I could go back and play them, but it's kind of hard.
What sucks is I have Onimusha 4, which is weird.
Oh, what systems for that?
PS2.
Oh, okay. Is that the only one on PS2?
I think they're all on PS2.
Oh, that's right. I thought they were one. You're right. It's PS2.
I really liked 1 because it was first time it was really innovative. They're all good, actually. I like all 4 of them, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one. Probably 2.
I think that's the general consensus.
Is that the consensus?
I feel like it is.
Okay, because I think 2 was probably the best one.
I think I played 1 and 2. I have them. I just don't have anything to play them on.
Yeah.
So maybe someday. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's cool. They should make another one. Hopefully Jan Reno comes back.
Is that who directed it or something?
No, The Professional.
Oh,
He
dude.
was in the third one.
Oh, man, he
You
was.
forgot about that?
I never played the third one.
The third one has the best intro, like the best opening cutscene ever.
Dude, I love that man.
Yeah.
He's so great.
Yeah.
I just watched The Professional the other day. He's so good.
Yeah, he is, and he was in that game. He was in the-
Just played. I remember the cover clear as day now. He's just standing there.
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh shit, it's Jan Reno.
Are they in Paris?
Yeah, I think what happens is, for some reason, him and Samanosuke get swapped in time, so he goes back to the feudal era, and Samanosuke comes back to present day.
That sounds like the best game ever.
It's up there.
Wow.
It's a fun game. I mean, I remember he was cool, Jan Reno, because he had swords that turned into whips like Ivy,
Nice.
which was kind of cool. He had a trench coat. It was a good game.
Cool.
I liked all the animations, so it's awesome if they make another one.
Yeah.
I hope they bring Samanosuke back, though. I don't want a new character.
I would even be okay since I can't play them anymore if they just did a couple remakes just to get everyone back like caught up while they make a real one.
Well, that's what I think is going to happen, is they're going to do some HD remakes to test the waters to see if people actually buy these. So if they come out, people buy this game.
Yeah, because we want a new one.
Like-
I'll buy it, and it probably won't be $60 either.
No, it'll probably be $20.
Yeah, that or tops 40, I'd say.
Yeah, if they, I'm thinking they'll probably release like 1, 2, and 3 like separately, $20 a piece,
That'd be good.
or just it'd be cool if they put 1, 2, and 3 on like one disc.
And yeah, if they charge 60 for that, that'd be cool.
Onimusha 4 for some reason everyone always forgets about. Like,
It was, I think, I remember now. I can think of the cover. The character just didn't look as interesting.
no, he was stupid, but you could play as other characters. And what I really liked about it is the secret costumes for the characters were Street Fighter characters.
Really?
Yes, so like
who?
the main character looked like Ryu.
That's awesome.
The one girl looked like Chun-Li. The other girl looked like Cammy, and so on and so forth.
That's great. Was there a Ken in there?
Yeah, there's a Ken and a Guile, if I recall. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I really like that game. It was more of like an action game. And then like those other ones had puzzles and like adventures. This one was just mashing square
Oh, okay.
to hit guys, I guess. But I mean, you had like 6 different characters you could play as. It was kind of fun.
Oh, that's cool. Well, here's crossing our fingers and hopefully that they come out with something.
Yes.
All right, so our next segment is the future of gaming and where we think it's kind of going. So I'll start. Obviously, I think it's heading toward virtual reality with the Oculus Rift and all those.
Yeah, I'm fine with virtual reality. Like because I work at a cell phone store. The Samsung guy brought in the Samsung VR thing.
Yeah.
And it is really cool. You feel like, you move your head around and you're looking around the world. Like, it seems like it would be awesome. I just don't want to move around. Like, I want to be able to just
Like physically.
Yeah, I just want to sit there when I'm playing a video game.
That's my next point. I think VR is going to happen, and it obviously is. And I don't necessarily think it'll be a fad, but I think they're going to coexist with consoles as they are now and PC. Just because I don't think anything's ever going to change that people want to sit on their couch and play a game with a controller.
Yeah, I think that, if motion controls taught us one thing, it was that people preferred just to sit there and play.
Exactly, and that's kind of why I'm saying but I think it's farther than a fad right now. I think it's going to come true.
I don't know, man. Like, I wore that thing for like 15 minutes and my head started to hurt. So, like, I don't
Like a headache, or it was too heavy, or what?
headache, like your eyes strain. Like, I don't think the Oculus Rift will be better. I haven't tried that, but all the VRs I have tried, because everyone has one. Like LG has it. Like, your head. I don't want to be in that thing for more than like 15 minutes.
I gotcha.
And when I play a video game, it's usually for like an hour or longer span of time.
I agree there. I see cool things coming of it, but I agree with you. I don't know if it will be as big as they hope.
Yeah, it definitely. I would love to try some 3D games, like especially first-person shooters where you like move your head and you're looking around as opposed to R2
Yeah, exactly.
or R3. Sorry,
Yeah.
the right analog. But I just don't know how comfortable and how long you can keep that thing on.
That's very true. And I do think as the as it comes out and they work on it more, it'll get more comfortable, and probably they'll figure out better ways to do it. It probably won't be like a lunchbox on top of your head.
Yeah.
But for now, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, I think.
It is definitely the way things are going to probably go, though.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was kind of a VR console that comes out that's strictly for VR, but then I still think that PlayStation's going to keep making their systems and Xbox and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe eventually that's where they'll go, but it's too early to tell as far as like virtual reality how well it's going to work.
Yeah, because they keep teasing it and they keep bringing it up, but like it's really kind of difficult to get a prototype that is like provenly tested with games that works really, really well. It's all in like, like the beta stages mostly.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the one I put at work, it's like you just put your phone in the thing and it's just 3D. Like, I don't understand how it even works.
Yeah.
And maybe with the Rift, though, it's specifically designed for that. They're going to specifically design games for it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll be better. But how long can you keep that thing on your head?
I think it will be better for gaming. I think the phone and that VR headset is more accessible to people, kind of like the cheaper alternative, when the Oculus Rift's going to be more expensive.
Yeah, and I hope I get to be like, it'll turn us into like old grouchy gamers. You're like, I like playing a game on my TV, sitting there laying down. I don't like this moving around crap. You youngins just give me a system and a TV.
I hope that's not what it turns into, honestly.
It's gonna.
Yeah, if it gets big. I mean, it would be cool because then I could work out, but I don't want to do it all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think handhelds are going to stay. I think they're just going to improve. I think it's kind of like the rumors of like Nintendo NX. I think they're going to come out with more powerful handhelds that connect with systems and all that. So I think that's rest assured that they're going to keep making those kind of things.
Yeah, and I mean with the success of mobile gaming too, that's a big thing. Like when you think about like Candy Crush, how much money that game makes, and Clash of Clans, and I mean Marvel Champions of Conquest is hugely successful, and it is really a boring ass fighting game. It's just people.
I hate mobile gaming. I think it's literally ruining. It's basically like the reality TV of gaming.
Yeah, it really is. There's one mobile game I love. I will say that. Other than I've only ever found one though.
I've actually been playing that.
What, Brave Frontier?
Yeah.
Good job.
Sometimes, like in the mornings at work, while I'm getting all my ducks in a row, I'll sit there and like log on and play a couple.
Yeah, they need to come out with new content there because I'm done with everything. I can't do anything else.
Yeah. So overall, I agree. I'm okay. This is my consensus. I'm okay with VR coming out. I hope it's a separate thing. I hope they don't shove it down our throats too much. I want consoles to stay the way they are. Handheld, I think, will stay the way they are. Yeah. And I want mobile gaming to die.
Okay, that's your consensus.
For future gaming, yeah.
Yeah, mobile gaming is not going anywhere.
I know.
I don't really see it as an issue. It's not like my niche, but if people like mobile gaming, like my mom loves mobile gaming. Good for her.
I get that, but the thing is, I don't want Nintendo jumping on that bandwagon because they need to fix their own shit first.
That's true. Although that would generate them a lot of cash.
Where would that go? More amiibos or something? Like, I want games and I want cool consoles and I want Zelda. I don't want, mobile games. Like, yeah.
Yeah, they are bad. That's the problem. Most mobile games are bad.
It's like comparing. It's like, oh, this mobile games are pretty good when you say that, and then compared to any other real video game, it's complete garbage.
It really is.
Like, Brave Frontier's fun, but it's not better than any other RPG that actually is on a console.
No, it's worse than most of them, but
exactly.
For playing it on your phone, it's good. I like it.
But what is this standard of like...
Well, I mean, I play Final Fantasy VI on my phone. I like it.
Yeah. I'm just not a fan of touchscreen video games that you have to control the character.
I like Infinity Blade. I like that game.
I never played those.
Yeah, they're fun. They're just basically like Punch Out, but you're knights.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, they're good.
I still prefer it to be gone and not everything not exist on gaming, but
yeah, okay. I mean, that's your stance. So
you said you wanted to talk a little bit about the future of video games themselves.
Yeah, I think that we're at a point now where, especially after The Witcher, I think we're just gonna start getting linear games are just gonna start getting less and less of them. It's already happening.
Oh yeah, big time.
And I think the future is like either game is just online multiplayer or a massive open world, and your Bloodborne, Uncharted like games are going to get like further and further away.
Yeah, they're going to become more of like the indie niche, which is actually happening now, where most indie games are linear, and AAA games are more focused online.
And I bet you even like Final Fantasy 15, that's going to be an open world. Whereas,
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the demo was open world, so
yeah, it's just, I think we're kind of seeing the end of linear gaming, and I think as we get further into the future, it's kind of makes me sad. And
yeah, I agree, because I miss those games like Bloodborne, and that's why I enjoy it so much. You can sit down and play it and just, I don't know, not necessarily sink tons and tons of time into it if you don't want to, but it's always like a really enjoyable experience. It's action packed, and you always get into something fun.
yeah, and I enjoy that, like, you know, it's linear, but just the patterns of enemies you throw at me, like Last of Us is like that, where it's just every scenario, yeah, it's a linear game, but every like combat situation is so unique from the last one, whereas like open world games, you're mainly doing the same thing every time you get to a spot.
And think about it, like, it's really destroying bosses.
Yeah, it really is, because there's no like meaning to them anymore. They're just,
it's like in The Witcher, which I love that game. I think it's a great game, and they did a great job with it. But like, you walk around and you might find like a giant beast or something, but there's none of those like the designer put this here, made it the way it is purposefully for the way that you're supposed to experience, the way they want you to. It's more or less like open world, like boss. Like, I can run away.
yeah, exactly.
Like, I want to get thrown into a pit and just like duke it out with a boss, and that doesn't just seem to happen as much anymore.
No, and it's like I'm replaying Ninja Gaiden 2, and I think about that game, and it's the platforming in it is terrible. Like, the like designs of the levels isn't that great, but they made that game for a combat system that's really enjoyable, and they throw different varieties of enemies at you, and stuff like that just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the future is just going to be more of that, and I think things are going to get ridiculously, the cost is just going to keep skyrocketing. You're going to be looking at like $50 season passes on top of $60 games.
Well, I'm hoping that, I don't know, they're probably not. I'm hoping AAA kind of stop doing that. There's still people that don't do it, but most of the time they do. And I'm hoping that people start realizing this isn't worth your money, because most of the time you don't even know what you're getting.
Yeah, and the season pass is like the biggest scam ever. It's like, we're going to release more of the game. Not yet.
Well, yeah. And the thing is about that is, okay, what if the game sucks? You bought a season pass for content that comes out in 6 months to a year away, that you hate the game now. It's not, you like, are you going to play it in 12 months? I'm not.
Yeah, like if I would have bought the Destiny season pass, I'd have been so pissed off.
Yeah, exactly. And the same with Batman. Like, they're still releasing content for that game. Like, that game died.
Yeah, who's still playing that game, let alone waiting for like 2 minutes of Joker gameplay?
Yeah, exactly. So it's the biggest scam ever. It really is. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it and then companies just are like, well, we're not getting well received. We're going to stop making, like, we're going to like cut the DLC in half now or something stupid like that.
Yeah, something needs, it's just the way things are going. They need to make as much money off these games as possible. So
I get the business decision, but release a game that is not lacking 6 months of content.
Yeah,
like, just release it in half a year. Just wait. Like, EA, you can afford it. Just wait a second. Let your developers do what they do best, and don't be like, okay, this is what's going in the season pass.
Yeah,
because that's what they're doing. They're just dictating content that's going to be in the real game and what's going to be outside the game.
Yeah, pretty much. And you have, like, if you buy it, you're out the money either way. So you have to play it. And if you don't like the game, then it's terrible.
Yeah, like Bloodborne, I think did it perfectly. They made a game that was perfect in my opinion.
Yeah, spectacular.
Yeah, and then they waited, kind of see if it was well received, which it was, and then they started on the DLC. Like, you could tell, because it took them a long time to come out, and
it's long and adds a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And they took their time with it, and they gave enough time to it, just like they did the real game, and that's why it's so good. And it's only $20, so if you like it, you can get it. But if you don't, oh well. Like they don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that is, it's the future of gaming. Probably just going to be more open world season passes and content. But is it good?
No.
Yeah,
It won't be.
That's kind of where I think
it really won't.
The future of gaming is going. As depressing as it sounds.
Oh, well, I'm a cocksucker. I didn't hit record when we were doing the next segment.
And trust me, it was gold.
It was golden. It was a golden 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, you'll never get it back.
No. Okay. Sorry. So the next segment
So we were doing.
is games that we like that everyone else hates. Go ahead, guys.
Okay, so you already know my first one, but it is Dynasty Warriors.
And yeah.
And I like Dynasty Warriors. I could play one right now if you had it. I'd play it. It's fun.
I have the Hyrule Warriors game.
Yeah, like let's bust that out and start playing it.
I got to bust out the Wii U first.
Yeah, it's still in storage.
Yeah. You want to play with a Wiimote? Because that's the only other controller you get.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so you like that. All right. Well, I see why. I like I love those when I was a kid. It's a great hack and slash. You feel powerful as hell. It's fun. It's just I don't want to play 8 of them.
Yeah, they're like beat 'em ups. I can see getting tired of them, but for some reason I don't. I don't get tired of those games.
I do like the fact that you like level up too, kind of, and you get new equipment and stuff. So that's neat.
Yeah, I like hitting dudes over and over again. It can be fun.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't hold it against you, but I would say that's a pretty good pick.
Yeah.
One of mine is Conan for the NES.
What?
Yeah.
The game's pretty bad.
It's real bad, but I love it. I actually beat it. I'm a huge Conan fan, if no one knows. It's my favorite movie. Not Destroy. Barbarian's my first. Destroyer's my second favorite movie of all time.
Of all time.
I can watch those infinite. If I had to pick one movie to watch for the rest of my life, it would be those two.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, so obviously I went back and played the original game. And man, it's terrible. It doesn't even make any sense, but I love it. It's so good.
Just because it's Conan.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is about that game that's so interesting is the first part of the game. Like, it's just so inconsistent. Like, the first level, it's like a really bad, like, Pitfall-esque Prince of Persia platformer. Like, the original Prince of Persia.
I remember it. That was one of those games that ruined my weekend.
Yeah, I know. And, like, it's ridiculous how you have to do things. But once you figure that out and get past that awful first level, the whole game is completely different than that. Like, it's not like that the rest of the game. It's like a different platformer.
Yeah,
and it's bad still, but it's still enjoyable. I just like going back and playing it.
That's good. Okay, as if you say so.
Yeah, good.
I'm trying to think of another one I like that we went over it last week would be Breath of Fire 5.
Yeah.
So we don't really have to get into that one.
That's a solid pick though, and one that not even people know exists.
Yeah, exactly. I would say another one I can would be God Hand. Those people do not like that game. I love that game.
So people don't like that game, or people just don't know about that game?
I don't know. I remember it getting terrible reviews.
Oh, okay.
It got like a 3 in Game Prep. I recall and stuff. Yes, it was a solid like 6 for most people, but I'll give it like a 9.
9.
Yeah, I love that game.
Oh, dude, nice. The other one I have is Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh my god. How dare you, sir?
I know.
Well, most people like that game, though.
Well, the thing is, when it came out, a lot of people hated it.
Yeah, when that game came out, people did hate it.
Yeah, and I loved it from the get-go.
Oh, my God.
It was, okay, if you go back and listen to our Christmas special, it was my Christmas story of, like, video games that I remember fondly.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I think the opening sequence is awesome.
That is amazing.
Still love it. I wish the rest of the game was like that, but...
Oh, it's a good game.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the bosses. And though Raiden is a pad, and I'm not a huge fan of him, by the end, I'm like, whatever. I just thought it was, I don't know. I had fun. It was a game that I actually finished and wanted to finish, so I threw it on the list.
Well, if we're going that route, then we're going to go with the Metal Gear Revengeance for me.
There you go.
Yeah, it's the... that game's so good. It's so short, but it's fun. Oh, and I found out the guy you fight at the end is a senator. He's not the president.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you did your research.
Yeah, because he's the senator. It's great.
I've seen the end boss battle multiple times.
Yeah.
I still didn't beat it. I played it for like half the game, and then I probably won't pick it up again. But
mean,
it was fun.
I could see why people don't like it though, because it's like 4 hours long, like of actual gameplay, probably 2.
And it's not Metal Gear.
No,
it really
isn't.
isn't.
It isn't at all.
Which is why you like it.
Exactly. That's why it's the good one.
Okay, so let's do games we hate that everyone else seems to love.
Okay.
I got
a couple for this one. I'll start with Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, okay. I saw that comment.
Oh, I hate Grand Theft Auto. I think Grand Theft Auto is the worst thing that ever happened to gaming. you have Grand Theft Auto to thank for all these open worlds.
Yeah.
It's just not fun to me at all. Like, I don't like driving. I don't like violence for the sake of violence. Like, I don't like anything about that game.
I enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's like one of my favorite games. It's a game that I enjoy picking up and playing once in a while. But I'm not huge into it. I didn't put much time into it.
Like, out of all the ones I played, 4 was the best probably. But that game is probably the worst thing that ever happened to video games.
Well, I think mobile gaming is the worst thing that's ever happened to video
Yeah.
games. So at least we covered that topic for this episode too.
So there we go.
Mine is my first one is Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout sucks.
I don't hate it. Like, that's the thing. Hate's a strong word. I just don't think it's as good as everyone thinks it is.
I could throw Skyrim in there for me too.
Okay, so you're gonna go Elder Scrolls, which is fine. But Fallout, it just isn't. I don't know. It just doesn't do for me. It just really doesn't.
Just doesn't scratch your itch.
No, it has. It's probably my least favorite atmosphere with my least favorite part of video games, which is like shooting. So I don't really like it as much. Like, I love Skyrim. I love the Elder Scrolls because it's medieval and you have, swords and shields and magic and bows.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, but Fallout, I just don't like guns in general. So if I'm playing a first-person shooter, it better be not about the guns, which is like I don't play Call of Duty because of that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't really like guns. The only game where I really like guns is Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's not like an emphasis on the guns.
I mean, you are bringing a gun to a knife fight, which is awesome.
Yeah, but like the new Doom, like that game doesn't look like it's
Realistic.
exactly. It's not realistic guns. It's not like I'm going around with an AK-47. It's just not it's different. It's more about the atmosphere, and you're fighting demons.
That's
from
a
hell.
problem I have with Grand Theft Auto, too. Realistic violence is not.
Yeah, it's kind of sadistic,
And I just don't like it, so.
Fair enough.
And I have another one that I hate that everyone loves is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I knew that. That's
Yeah.
a good put on the list.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat is not good. Like, it's not. I would say the best one was the newest one, but I mean, for them to take 10 games to make one that was acceptable to me, I don't know. I hate in a 2D fighting game. I really hate a block button. It takes up cross-ups out of the game. It's just stupid. Run button's really stupid. The only reason people liked that game was it's like, oh, it's the best fighting game ever. It's just because of the stupid violence, and that pisses me off.
Yeah, well, when it came out, it was like the first blood and stuff. So
Yeah, and I mean,
it's a good point.
The only thing I'll give it did create the ASRB by, having Sub-Zero rip that guy's head off.
True.
So we can thank them for that, but I don't know. I don't like Mortal Kombat. I think it's like my least favorite fighting game franchise of all time.
But you said you thought the new one was the best one.
It was the best one. I
Yeah.
think it was. I enjoyed the fighting in it, but I still hated having a block button.
Yeah,
And I hate the environmental shit too in that.
it does. I don't know. It's like kind of cheap ass.
Yeah, it's very cheap ass.
It's really cool, like the first couple matches, and then it's like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not for me. I mean, if people love Mortal Kombat, cool. I mean,
I think it's a game series that it's not taking away from anything.
No,
Like you said, GTA is kind of like setting that standard when Mortal Kombat's its own kind of thing.
yeah, it's. I
Like
mean,
Street Fighter's not going to go away or change because of Mortal Kombat.
yeah, exactly. And I think I'm just too big Team Street Fighter too. So I mean, you can call me a fanboy of Street Fighter because I am. But I hate Mortal Kombat.
That's a good pick. My second one, this is probably going to stir some people's emotions. I hate the Mass Effect games.
Yeah. Okay,
it's
son.
it's a big hate. It's like a big H, capital ATE.
Oh, My boss, that's his favorite game.
I'm sorry, Kester's boss.
Yeah.
Please don't stop listening. Just send in some hate mail.
Yeah, send in some hate mail to
why I'm an
Andrew.
idiot.
Yeah, I like the Mass Effect games. I didn't beat the whole thing because I have all 3 of them. I beat the first 2 and was about to play the third one in shenanigans.
Yeah, before anyone starts saying like, oh, like, did you even beat them? Like, I beat the first 2, and I just didn't want to play the third one. So my issue with it, I don't know. It doesn't flow right for me. Like, it seems like it wants to be more open world than it is, but it's not.
It could be faster paced.
It could be. Yeah, it's really slow for me, in my opinion. I hate sci-fi, so that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like, the only sci-fi I really, really like is Star Wars. And sometimes, and it's like Star Trek's pretty cool. But most of the time, video game-wise, I'm not going to be into sci-fi stuff.
I like sci-fi stuff, so maybe that's why I like it. I don't know. I never finished it, which is sad because I do enjoy it enough. I've actually been thinking about playing it like lately, so maybe I'll go back and play it, and then we can argue about this more.
Yeah. And the other thing about it that I'm just trying to defend myself a little bit is I don't excuse me, I don't like the gunplay in it. I think it's like, oh, the gunplay's so good and all this stuff, but it's not better than any other game. It's like its own standard.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like kind of RPG, but not. It doesn't. It like for me, it feels like it can't make up its mind.
Yeah, it plays kind of like a slower Gears of War.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd rather be one or the other. Like if you're gonna make it like an RPG shooter, do it. If you're gonna make it like a third-person shooter, do it. Don't mix them because it makes this weird hybrid that I don't really enjoy.
Yeah. Gears is especially too because like it's the closest comparison. It's like I'd rather play that because it's 8 hours quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't get bored with the cover based as quickly as you do. Same with Uncharted. Cover based is good. It's just it can't be a whole 30-hour game. So I can see why that gets to you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's kind of what I was trying to say. But I will say that Mass Effect has awesome characters. And the voicing is awesome. And the graphics are nice, too.
Story's pretty good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I never finished it, and I guess a lot of people hate the ending, so.
That's what I've heard. The gameplay, man. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
Like, if the game's not fun for you, you're not going to like the game.
Yeah, if it's not fun for you, then
that's why I don't.
That's all there's left to be said.
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
It's just not
seriously.
fun.
Yeah. Okay, do you have another game?
I mean, I'd say Metal Gear, but we've been over that enough.
Okay, yeah. My third one is Kingdom Hearts.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've met one other person on this earth that doesn't like Kingdom Hearts.
That's crazy. I didn't know you didn't like Kingdom Hearts.
I can't do it, man. I think the game is complete and utter I wouldn't say it's garbage, but it just doesn't seem to work. It's like I run around and it's just so sporadic and the fighting is just ugh.
I will say this. I really enjoyed the first one. I really enjoyed the second one. I thought the second one made a lot of improvements. I liked the fighting in it. The story got to be like nonsense. Mm-hmm. And for that, there was a point when I would have said I loved Kingdom Hearts, but after all the nonsense and spinoffs and blah, 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 like I don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of glad I don't like the series as much because like they don't release content. Like they're not really, they just like won't release a new game and everyone bitches and I just don't care.
Yeah.
I don't want to play it.
I've given up on caring about it. That's the thing with Kingdom Hearts. Like if a third one comes out, I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like looking forward to it or anything.
The other thing too is, man, I literally tried 3 or 4 times to play that game. Mm-hmm. I got a little bit farther each time and it just,
didn't do it for you.
No, I just didn't like it. I just didn't think it was fun again. So
all right.
I love Disney too, and I love Final Fantasy. I just don't, and it's not even the mixture of them. I think it's kind of weird and goofy, but it's cool. It's just the gameplay, just it feels
not that bad.
I can't do it. It just I played it. I'm like, this is just terrible. Like it just puts a bad taste in my mouth. And
like nothing about it.
Yeah, it's just like everyone's afraid to say it, but it's just bad.
Okay. All right. Maybe you've convinced me on this one. He's like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't really like Kingdom Hearts that much either. But I mean, I like it enough. I would say I like it. It's a 7 for me, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so it's above average.
Yeah,
and that's respectable. And I don't expect, like, I've come to terms that I am very much in the minority on this one. I just don't see it. because I do like weird games, and I usually jump on those kind of games, but I just can't. I can't do it for that one, man.
That's why I feel like I'm in the minority too on the Mortal Kombat thing. Oh, and here's another reason I hate Mortal Kombat.
Well, step back a second.
The biggest reason I hate Mortal, that's probably the biggest one actually.
Okay.
Is people who don't like video games and fighting games are always talking like, "Oh, I like Mortal Kombat. It's so awesome." It's like, you fucker.
It's like the Call of Duty.
Yeah,
for fighters, it's like the Call of Duty.
Yeah, it just pisses me off. It's like you're gonna try Mortal Kombat because of the violence when there's much better fighters out there.
I think the best part of Mortal Kombat for me is I like the game. I think the new one was awesome. I think the characters are my favorite part. Like Sub-Zero and Scorpion are awesome.
Oh, I like the characters. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the games is the characters.
I don't like them as much as the Street Fighter ones. I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's fair, but I think they're cool and they're very iconic.
That could be a good segue.
Yeah, it could be. Guess what, everyone?
Yeah.
It's Street Fighter Top 10
characters of all time. What a segue! I nailed that.
Oh, I know. Good job. You took a step back and then you took a leap forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Usually you start. Do you want to start? Or do you want me to? Because this isn't my thing.
I think actually you should start just because I'm the one who really cares about. Like
okay.
This would be like if we did a top 10 Final or Zelda bosses.
Yeah.
It's more my like your opinion.
Yeah, I mean I think it's a good idea considering Street Fighter's coming out this week and
we're
get
very
everyone
excited.
Pumped. Yeah, very much so. So just a disclaimer, I'm not a huge Street Fighter fan. It's not that I don't like it, it's just I never really played them that much, but I really do enjoy that I do what I do play of it. And my number 10 is Zangief, and the reason is not because of what you think. It's because I love beating him up.
He is fun to beat
He's
up.
my favorite, like, when I go into the training room, I always fight Zangief.
Yeah.
Because he's just so big and I just enjoy it. And I think he's a cool character. I'm not a huge, like, wrestler fan.
Yeah, I'm not a wrestler fan. I almost wanted to put him on here because he fights grizzly bears for training.
Yeah, see, that's awesome. And he's a cool character. But my reason he's on my list is because I like to beat him up.
Yeah, and I don't play as him ever either, so that's...
Yeah, and I wouldn't. Like I wouldn't take my time and waste my energy
like every character...
maining Zangief.
Yeah, every character on here is what I play. So
most of these aren't because I don't really play.
Exactly. So my number 10 is going to be Sakura.
Okay.
I just like the Ryu fangirl who like learned all his moves, and
she's the one dressed up like a schoolgirl.
Yeah, and usually I hate schoolgirls, like Japanese schoolgirls, because they're overkill. Mm-hmm. But I think she came out like at a time before they became overkill.
Yeah, if you look at the character
pioneer.
Model, she's not very, revealing or anything.
No.
She's just like a normal girl and she has the boxing gloves, right? Like the hand gloves.
Yeah,
those are awesome.
And I just like her Shoryuken is cool because it's unique. I like how she has a running start to it. I like that.
Oh, okay, cool, good pick. My number 9. I know you hate him, Blanca.
I do hate Blanca.
And again, it's not because I play him. It's because when I was little, he was the most fascinating character ever.
Yeah, he was.
Like, why is this guy green? Why is he lightning? Why does he look like an ape?
Everyone else looks human.
Yeah, why does he have orange hair?
I just said, you know why I hate Blanca?
Why?
Is because the one kid I always played in Street Fighter B-Head, that was his best character. And like when his Blanca was on point, it was so annoying. Because he would just barrel roll at you, and if you tried to get in close to him, he would just shock you. His Blanca was probably one of the best in the world.
Oh, and I found a fun fact. It's actually his birthday today.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, he's 50.
He's pretty old there.
He was born this month on the 12th, which is technically today.
Yeah.
1966.
That's good to know.
So happy birthday, Blanca.
Plus, didn't he become electric from eating electric eels or eating too many of them?
I read up on him a little bit. They went different routes with it. There was one where it did a crossover with another thing. Do I want to say superheroes? I'm not sure. But he got electrocuted by lightning.
Yeah.
There's also he got radiation and it messed with him. They say that he's green because of was it chlorophyll?
Yeah, chlorophyll.
Yeah,
or like borophyll. Oh no!
Why? I didn't even move.
Yeah.
The-
All right, we'll just go. We'll
Like-
just go to my move next.
like,
All right, my number. What are we at, Todd? I went Dudley.
Nice. Okay, cool.
From Street Fighter 3. Just because other than Ken, I played Dudley in that game, and I just love him because he's the gentleman boxer.
He's so
And
awesome.
he throws his taunt is cool because he throws a rose and it actually hits the guy. Like if you kill a guy with a rose, it's the most satisfying thing ever.
You can kill him with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
They
so-
have to have like one hit
Yeah,
left.
you just throw the rose.
Yeah, it's so awesome. He pulls up in a limo too and gets out, which I like.
That's fantastic.
And he just looks cool.
Yeah,
He fights like a gentleman.
I love it. That's good. My number 8 is Armika from the beta when I played. I really enjoyed playing as her. I thought she was fun. And I don't know. She was like the only wrestler character in pretty much any fighting game I've played, or like grappler, if you will, that I actually enjoyed playing.
See, I don't like Armika because I remember her from Street Fighter Alpha 3
Mm-hmm.
and she was just terrible.
Yeah, I think I could definitely see her being a main in the beta, like in Street Fighter
Yeah,
5.
she looks like she was usable. Like in Alpha
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
she was bad, so I didn't like her.
I gotcha. Well, I just liked her. I like the
Yeah.
character model. I think it's pretty good.
It's fan service.
It is, but I think I don't know, she's just an interesting character, and I see a lot of like videos of her and Zangief, like not the game itself, but they like hang out and like wrestle each other, and I think it's awesome that this like little girl is like wrestling Zangief.
Yeah, and she's cool. She's unique in the fact that she is like a grappling character who's fast.
Yeah, so I that's my pick for that one.
Number 7, I went with Fei Long.
That low?
Yeah,
Oh man.
I wish I don't know why he isn't higher. Mainly because he's not that great.
Okay.
He's good. It's just he is a ripoff of a real life character too, so he's not that unique.
Yeah, but he's like the best.
Yeah,
character.
he is awesome. I don't know.
If you don't know, it's Bruce Lee. So
Yeah, yeah, it's Bruce Lee.
it is. I mean, he even makes the noises.
Yeah, he's my favorite. No, Martial Laws was the original Bruce Lee clone that I remember playing a bunch as, because he was my main in Tekken 2.
I did like him.
Mm-hmm,
He was awesome.
But Fei Long, I used a whole bunch in Alpha 3, I believe,
Okay.
and I liked him in 4 too. He was pretty good.
I'm surprised he's that low.
Yeah, he made the list though.
Yeah. Okay. My number 7's M. Bison.
The good, yeah.
I
The only reason I didn't put him as number 1 is because he was on my list last week,
and it's primarily because you convinced me that he's one of the coolest villains of all time.
if not the coolest. Yeah.
And he's just a cool dude. He just really is. So I wanted to put him on the list.
I also didn't mention though, I remember, is the slide kick, like his down fierce where he just slides.
It's just across the entire stage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Number 6. Are we at 6? I have a Beaky.
Yeah, we are. Well, who is it?
A Beaky.
Is that the ninja chick?
Ninja girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
From 3. I just have her. Like I could never get good with her. I loved her, but she just was. I couldn't do anything with her. But I just think she was a really cool design, and I like her a whole bunch.
Yeah, I was doing this list. I saw her, and I didn't add her because I don't have any experience whatsoever with her, but she looked awesome. And she's in the new game.
Yeah, she's gonna be DLC.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Maybe she'll be good.
I played her in 4. She was good. 3, she was not good though, and I put it on there for more the way she looks, and I like her as a character. Hopefully, she's good in the new one.
It seems like everyone in the new ones seems like they are kind of viable at this point. I don't
Yeah.
know how they're gonna change that, but for now, I think you could pretty much main anyone if you took the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 6 is Ryu.
Okay.
I mean, it's obvious, but mainly because I think he is the best name of all time.
Yeah, he does have the best name of all time, and he was like the first one too.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was the first time I ever heard that name. I know Ninja Gaiden. It's this, but when I was little, that was the first time I ever heard the name. And
Same,
I
he's the main
awesome.
character in Breath of Fire too. Is Ryu? Anytime you hear Ryu, though, who do you think of?
Exactly.
He actually didn't make my list.
I didn't think he would, but and I'm not doing it out of like a service. Like I feel like he deserves it. It's just more or less. I think he's a cool character.
I like Ryu, but here's the thing for me with Ryu: it's kind of like he's boring.
Yeah, he's
white bread. Like,
yeah, he really is. And I want to try him in Street Fighter 5 to see how he's changed because I've played him before, and see if he's changed at all. But I don't know.
And he is a great first time you ever pick up the game.
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. And that's why I might
He's
use
huge.
him for a while, just because I'm kind of a beginner. But I think they changed up his stance in the new game.
Yeah,
I don't think he's doing the he did do that for a while, but then I saw a recent screenshot. He's doing a different stance. Like, he's not doing the traditional.
He has the parry there, which is going to probably be really good.
Yeah, if you know how to use it.
Yeah.
So number 5.
I think we're on 5.
Yeah.
I might have more than 10 here. Okay, then.
That's fine.
Rose. I got Rose coming in.
Nice.
Next. Good half of Bison's soul, which is awesome.
It is really cool.
I think she looks really cool. And she was in Alpha. She was kind of like my main.
Okay.
So she was my main in Alpha. She was actually my main in Street Fighter 4 as well.
Oh, okay.
Because
I didn't even realize she was in that.
She can reflect projectiles and also shoot projectiles. She's got great reach, and I think she just looks awesome.
Well, that's really good.
Plus
especially because you said Street Fighter 4 is very fireball heavy.
Yeah, she was my main in Street Fighter 4, actually. No, she wasn't my main in Street Fighter Alpha. That's my bad. But she was my main in 4, and I like the way she looks.
Cool.
And yeah, she's awesome.
Good pick. I'm going number 5. I'm going Cammy.
Okay.
I played her in the beta, and she was honestly probably one of my least favorite characters to play.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't play her in the beta.
She just didn't do it. I just couldn't figure her out. I don't know what it was, but I just wasn't a fan. But I love her character model. I think she's an awesome character. And I remember playing her a lot in the older games, like 2.
Yeah.
I think she was in 2, right?
She was in Turbo 2.
Okay.
She was when they added the 4 new characters, T-Hawk, DJ.
Yeah. That's
Cammy.
when I played it.
She's the only one that stuck around too.
Yeah.
So that you can say that about her.
Yeah. So that's why she's my favorite.
My next is Ken.
Oh, I thought he'd be higher.
Ken is I love Ken. He's always been my staple. Played him a lot in the original, and 3 he was my main. I loved him in 3.
I think everyone's mained Ken once.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, everyone's mained Ken.
Yeah, because it's you don't want to be Ryu because he's brown bread. He's boring, but Ken is, I don't know, he was always quicker. His moveset was a little bit different. I like the flaming dragon uppercut.
Well, yeah, I just felt like that was more useful in some of the games as the Hadouken. It was more important than that. So that's why I liked him. I think he seemed just a better version of Ryu for sure.
Yeah.
All right, my number 4 is Dudley because I've never once played him, but man, is he cool!
Yeah, he's awesome.
You described him perfectly, and that's my exact reasoning for why he's number 4. Because I think he's fantastic. He could be a Punch-Out character.
He really could be a Punch-Out character.
Yeah, he almost kind of is.
Yeah.
If number 2, I forget his name. Jeez.
What?
The second guy you fight, Von Kaiser.
Oh yeah, he does look like
he looks
like
he does. He has the mustache and everything.
Yeah, he has the mustache, the rose. It's all great.
Yeah. So
after that, after number 4 here,
I just did number 4.
Okay, so
well, you should be on 3, but you're probably
I have an extra one.
That's fine. Just
go
to the next one.
Next one, Karen.
Cool. She's actually mine too. At this point.
Yeah. I loved her a lot in Street Fighter Alpha 3. And she seems better in 5. I had a lot of fun playing her.
Yeah,
in the beta.
we both played her a lot, and that's who I would technically say I mained in the beta. And it was the one person I could actually do stuff with and win some matches.
Yeah. I just like the design of her.
Yeah.
She's that schoolgirl, but she isn't really sexual.
She's very conservative.
Yeah.
And very pompous, and she's rich, and she has a butler. It's awesome.
Yeah, she's great. And I've been wanting her to come back since Alpha 3. She would have been my number 1 wanted in this game.
Oh, perfect.
I'm so happy she's back.
And seems to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her Ultra, or whatever that's called. I forget what they call it.
Yeah, I think they're Ultras.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
He spins them and then does the palm.
Yeah,
and then
so
shoots them with
punch.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
She's gonna be who I play with in 5 for a long when I start out probably.
I think I'm gonna mix her and Ryu at first, and then see where I go from there.
I'm gonna mix her and Cammy. I think probably.
good luck. I hope you like Cammy. I wasn't a huge fan, but also
We'll talk about Cammy in a second.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, that was mine. I had Karen too. So just go.
Okay. Next is Dan.
I was gonna add him, but I don't know.
I struggled. I really struggled not to put Dan as number one.
Is this your number 3?
Yeah, this is my number 3.
Okay.
This is my number 3. So I got a top 11 here.
Okay.
So Dan,
I love it so much. I accidentally added another one.
I didn't count.
It's cool.
But yeah, I'm putting Dan in there. I struggled not to put him out at number 1. He has been making me laugh for years now.
That's what's important.
And
it is.
I just think he's hilarious. F you to SNK too, and just everything about him is funny. Like his gi is pink because it used to be white, and he washed it with red clothes. Like he has.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he has the Hadouken that just putters out. So great. Dan kicks are great. He named him after himself, and he's the only one who has a super taunt and can taunt in the air.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
I would love Dan. I struggled not to put him at number 1.
All right, my
Plus, if you beat somebody with Dan, it's the most humiliating thing. Like losing to Dan.
That's good.
Yeah.
My number 2. So this is my number 2. Is Fei Long.
Okay. That's...
yeah, because of the Bruce Lee factor, and I think he's just an awesome character.
Yeah.
So
that was your what?
Number 2.
Okay. I guess my number 2 then is gonna be Chun-Li.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was. I didn't think you were a big fan of hers.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Chun-Li.
I don't know. It just came off like you weren't interested in her, like in the beta when we were playing it.
Yeah. The only reason she didn't make number 1 for me is because the other character is my main. That has been most consistently the character I've played through all of them.
Okay.
But Chun-Li was the first girl, basically, in a fighting game.
Yeah,
and
she is really cool. I was going to put her on the list, but I didn't.
I think it's just at a time when girls weren't in fighting, and I always play as girls, so Chun-Li being the first.
Started that.
Yeah, and it really was Chun-Li in Street Fighter 2. I actually was my main character after Ken, just like lightning kicks and fireballs, and you could argue that Chun-Li was what started me down always playing as a girl.
Yeah.
So that's why.
That's important. That's game changing, man.
Exactly.
That's set the stage for the rest of your life.
Pretty much, yeah.
Thanks,
It all
Chun-Li.
started with Chun-Li.
Yeah, she's really cool. I like her a lot. I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna put her on the list, but I didn't.
Yeah. I just think for what she represents as like female characters in gaming, she needs to be up there.
Yeah.
That's why she was almost my number 1.
Yeah, and she's not very. I mean, I think I've seen a couple costumes, but she's not too overly sexualized.
No, she never is. I mean, she has a cute outfit and she does the like jumping around, but it like
Yeah,
in cute.
Her legs, my God.
Yeah. And she.
It's not even over sexualized legs. It's just hot.
Yeah, she's diesel.
Yeah, it's just awesome.
And yeah, it was the first time it was okay for you to pick a girl in a video game. Mm-hmm. So that's why I like Chun-Li.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that's good. My number 1's Ken Masters.
Okay.
Because, I mean, for the reasons you listed, I don't know if I'm going. He seems really good in the fifth game. I don't know if I'm going to main him.
I'm going to play Ken. I don't know if I'm going to main him.
Yeah, I'll play him for sure. I'm going to see. I'm going to see how he compares to Ryu in my style of play.
Yeah.
And see what I like better. I know I'm going to play Karen a lot, but I don't know about Ken. I just think he's one of the coolest characters.
Yeah, I like that he's like a billionaire, spoiled brat.
Yeah.
They set off to train him from martial arts to straighten him out.
He's like as good as Ryu, which is, you know what I mean?
And he doesn't care.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
He just does it for fun. Like, it's Ryu's entire life, and this guy's just doing it for fun.
Mm-hmm, and he's pretty much the same. And I think why I like him so much and why he was so intriguing to me when I played him first and he was in the game was because he was a complete doppelganger of another character.
Yeah.
But I actually liked him better.
Yeah, he is the one instance where he's supposed to be like not the main character, but everyone likes him better.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's the start of that. Like he's kind of like, you know, the sidekick everyone likes better.
Mm-hmm, exactly. And yeah, that's why. I mean, just consistently, he's been my favorite in every game I've played.
Yeah, like I said, he's your go-to. Like if you are losing a bunch of matches, you always pick Ken.
Yeah, the other thing too, He's hard not to pick the first time you play a Street Fighter game. Oh yeah, I'll pick Ken. See what it's like. Like you can base the game on that.
And like you said, he's at some point been your main.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, and my number one is actually going to be Cammy.
Okay.
And the reason is, since Street Fighter Alpha or Street Fighter 2 Turbo, I've been playing Cammy, and I really like her in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. She's one of my favorites to play as. I really like her in Alpha. She's my best character in Alpha. Really liked her in 4. So I'm hoping she's good in 5 because she is like I've been playing Cammy. Like Cammy's the character I've probably played the most out of all the cast, and I like the way she looks. She is kind of over sexual, but
yeah, she is. But I still like it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. And I just think that she's cool looking, and I love her moveset. I've just always played Cammy, so that's why she's my number one. She's my go-to.
Well, I mean, don't take my word for it that she's not very good, because I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying I couldn't play as her.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine.
Yeah, it just seemed different. I don't know. She just played different than anyone else. It was hard to catch on to her moves, but that could be a good thing.
And I think my favorite thing about Cammy is she's so offense oriented.
Yeah, she's very offensive.
You just got to rush down. She doesn't sit back like Guile or any of those characters. That's like why a single charge character never didn't make my list, because I just think they're boring. Like I don't like Guile is awesome looking, but he's got 2 moves. Like he's not, and he's so annoying to play. Like I hate charge characters.
Fair enough.
And I could never use them either.
Is Cammy British too?
Cammy is British. I believe she's a clone of Bison or something.
Oh, I don't know the lore, but
he brainwashed her into being his girlfriend, something like that.
Oh, good pick.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna pick a girlfriend, I mean, another reason Bison is awesome.
What a guy.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing.
So yeah, that's it. That's our list. That's your number one, right?
Yeah, Cammy, I'm very excited. Can't wait.
Yeah.
We'll probably be talking Street Fighter 5 next week. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I was gonna say I was sad. Remember, I said sad.
Yeah.
I was sad. Well, what happened was I ordered it on Amazon, and the reason I did was because I was at work, and I knew I wanted the game, and they're like, "Oh, the beta's coming out. If you pre-order it, you get the beta." So like, "Oh, I'm pre-ordering it." I pre-ordered at work so I could come home and play. Well, it's one of those games from Amazon that they don't deliver it on release day.
Oh my god, that sucks.
As of right now, it's not going to be here until Thursday.
Well, I work next to GameStop, so I'm gonna pick it up if you want it.
I'm so sad because it was like,
it just sucks because I don't have online. Like, I can't play it online. What am I gonna do?
oh, that really sucks.
Like, I'm gonna get bored with it in like an hour.
Yeah, you're going to beat it real quick, and then
Yeah, I mean, without like playing a fighting game by yourself is pointless. So.
it really. Well, you could train for a while at least. I
Yeah,
guess.
I'll train up and
I mean, you could come over here and we could play.
yeah, I'll come over here and play. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, we'll do that. But so as of right now, I'm not going to have a copy until Thursday.
Yeah, because like I live in a log cabin.
Well, if you get it on Tuesday, bring it over and we'll.
Oh,
play
I'm
it.
getting it on Tuesday.
Yeah,
so.
then we can play it if you're. It depends on your work schedule, but we can.
Yeah, I don't know when I work that day. So.
Okay.
But we're gonna play it. We're excited.
Yeah, next podcast we'll talk about what we think
this is
about
us just rambling about what we're doing on Tuesday.
Well, doesn't everyone want to know?
Yeah.
I wonder what the flock's up on Tuesday.
Yeah, well, now you know.
They're playing Street Fighter today.
It's the excellence we stand for here out here.
That was a good segment. I had fun. Okay, so our last segment here, we have a couple lists of the fans' top 5 and 10 boss battles.
Okay, so these are the lists.
So we intrigued people to come up with their own. So I figured I'd,
Nice job, people.
Yeah, it was cool. I don't know some of these. I was thinking maybe you might.
Okay.
Okay, this is Carl. His list, it starts with his number 5. So he did top 5. The Guardian of the World from Ni no Kuni.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, he said that this is more of a list of frustrating yet bosses he liked. Kind of like it pissed him off, but in a good way.
Yeah. I don't remember any boss from that pissing me off, though.
Yeah, so that was his number 5. His number 4 is Kurt from Tales of Grace.
I never played that one.
Okay.
The last Tales game I played was... Symphony.
Okay, I think it's Symphonia.
Yeah, Symphonia.
I think that's GameCube actually.
Yeah, it was GameCube. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
I had that. It was really cool. I didn't beat it, but I liked it.
That would have been a game I wanted to real quick mention that I hate that everyone loves is Skies of Arcadia.
I've heard of it plenty.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
hate
played
that
it.
game. It is so overrated. I don't know what game people are playing.
Okay, well that's good.
Okay, just throwing that in there real quick.
These are, I mean, if you haven't noticed, he's a big JRPG fan.
Yeah.
So we also have the Grand Jewel from Legend of Dragoon.
I don't even remember that one.
I've always wanted to play Legend of Dragoon.
I played it. I beat it. I was like, that's like 15 years ago.
Yeah. Well, this guy, he's pretty. He loves his stuff. So
Yeah.
He doesn't forget. But that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it
cool,
makes a really cool list. The Immortal one from Lost Odyssey. Did you ever play Lost Odyssey?
I played and beat Lost Odyssey.
Do you remember that guy?
Nope. Like, you got to remember, I'm like really high a lot when I was playing games back in the day. Not so much anymore, but back in the day.
No, that's fine. That was a game. I saw this on the list number 2, and I've always wanted to beat it. Like, I played it, I rented it, obviously didn't have enough time to beat it,
Yeah.
and just never picked it up again. Number 1 is Weegrol/Bellius from Final Fantasy Tactics.
I don't know which one that is.
So it's probably a dual battle, I'm guessing, the way Tactics is set up.
Yeah, I just don't remember every battle in Tactics either.
Yeah.
So
So
I've beaten Tactics like 3-4 times.
well, it's his favorite Final Fantasy game.
That's a good one. I don't know if it's my favorite. I like it a lot.
He always talks highly of it. It's one of those where he says his favorite game, and then he's like, but I love Tactics so much. Yeah, like he can't decide if it's his favorite or
Yeah,
not.
so if you're comparing everything to that game, it's your favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why to me Superman is the strongest.
Because you're comparing it, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's compared to him. Like, can the Hulk beat Superman? Can Goku beat Superman? No one's ever asking if Goku can beat the Hulk because no one cares. It's
Exactly.
like,
That's a really good point.
yeah, that's why Superman is the strongest.
Yeah.
There you go. It's over.
Yeah, everyone's questioning if it is, but obviously he is.
Yeah.
Because he's in every list.
It's the battle. It's always this person versus Superman. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
this person versus Goku, or it would be Goku.
Yeah, well, Goku fought Superman.
Yeah, and he always loses.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that.
Yeah. And he would lose.
Yeah, he would.
Like, Superman could just fly him into the sun.
Yeah.
He could beat anyone by just fly. He could beat the Hulk, just fly him into the middle of the sun, leave him there.
Yeah, he's dead.
He might not die, just going to be there and really angry for the rest of time.
You can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have another list. That was his top 5. So appreciate the list, Carl.
Yes.
It was a good one. We don't know many of them,
Yeah.
but we still appreciate
And
the
I'm
fact
a
that you.
huge Japanese RPG fan, but man, those are some obscure ones.
Hey, he loves his shit, man. Look what
It's a great
yeah,
genre. I love it as well.
yeah. So we have Jeff's list now. Okay, he kind of went a little different on this. He instead of doing one from a series, he kind of picked a series. It seemed like.
Okay.
So I mean that's later on, but his number 10's Ganon,
All right.
which I'm surprised it's that low.
I am
because
shocked.
he's a big
yeah.
Zelda fan.
Yeah, it's that low.
His number 9's Mother Brain.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Made my list.
His number 8's Bouldergeist from Super Mario Galaxy, which is cool that he picked a Galaxy boss.
I
'Cause
loved Galaxy.
I know it's a really, really good game, and I mean, I don't think it's underrated, but
No, it's not underrated.
but I don't feel like it gets enough.
It doesn't get the hype that
It
like
should.
64 got.
Yeah, but I think it's way better.
It is way better than 64. It's probably my favorite Mario game, actually.
Both of them, I
Now
think
that
they're
I think
better.
about it, yeah.
Mine too. I love those games.
Yeah,
I've
they're
played them like 3 or 4 times and 100% of them. They're so much fun.
Yeah, they're the best Mario games, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Okay, so he has Jakku from Ninja Gaiden.
Good pick.
His number 7. His number 6 is His number 6 is Koloktos, the many-armed statue from Skyward Sword, which is an awesome pick.
That is a good one.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I didn't. That's the best battle in that game.
Yeah, it's awesome. And that's the thing about that top 10 bosses. It's just like, there's so many.
Yeah, there is.
So
so
I read
many
through
good
this
ones.
list, and I'm like, wow, these are all perfect.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that one.
That was a really good pick. I really enjoyed that one. His number 5 is Ringman, Skullman, Dustman, Toadman. So,
Just
the Mega Man list.
list.
Yeah, he's just like, the list goes on and
Yeah,
on.
I was still trying to think about a Mega Man, what I would say that is my favorite. Like, I just do not have a favorite one.
Hey, it's respectable. There's just so many, and they're all so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so number 4, he has the Nightmare King from Little Nemo and the Dream Master. Did you ever play Little Nemo?
Yeah, I did not I didn't have the Nintendo power to get anywhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I think he played it after the fact.
Okay.
So that's a good pick. His number 3, which I was actually thought was really good, and you'll probably hate, Goro.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
I think he's a great character. Don't die.
Wrong.
Don't die on the podcast, because then I don't think I can release it.
Yeah, that's true. It's evidence.
But yeah,
Goro, I guess he's okay.
he's a cool character.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know.
Fucking play.
I like Goro.
Yeah,
I think that
he's
was a good pick.
Goro is actually probably the best character and the best boss.
Yeah, I like that's the one thing I did like about Mortal Kombat boss setup. The second to end boss is always way harder than the last one.
Yeah, and cooler.
It's like, oh, geez, Goro. It's like if you can beat him, you can beat the game.
Yeah, Shao Kahn.
Yeah,
he was good in the movie too.
That's another list that what we were talking about is like the worst movie adaptations of video games.
Yeah, because you couldn't do a top 10 best because I can't think of. I liked Advent Children, I guess. That was okay.
See, I'm not a huge fan.
I just liked the fighting in it.
Yeah.
The rest of it was garbage, but the fighting was cool.
Yeah.
I can't even think of what I.
Well, don't think about it right now because we might have a week to sit on it.
Yeah, we have a week to sit on that one.
His number 2 is pretty much every Zelda boss ever.
Okay.
Like Aquamantis, Dodongo, Manhandla, Gligot. Wait, I can't read any of these.
You should probably work on your reading.
I can't read good.
He doesn't read good.
But he pretty much picked every first Zelda game villain boss.
That's cool.
And he mainly said because they have such cool names.
Yeah,
and they do.
They do. They're all like Zelda has some great bosses. My favorite, you know what my favorite Zelda boss probably is that isn't Ganon it's in Twilight Princess. It's the dragon where you're surfing on the lake.
Yeah,
that thing is awesome.
Yeah, he'd be probably my top 5 if we did a Zelda boss.
Yeah, and I also like the spider in Ocarina of Time where you look up in the eye.
That's Goma.
That one's a good one.
Yeah. She seems to be in most of the games. Like there's a spider.
Yeah, I shoot her with the bow.
Yeah, she's cool. She's awesome. And then his number 1's Mauser and Triclyde from Super Mario 2.
I don't know who those are. Is it the mouse with the?
Yeah.
He looks awesome. I'll say that much.
Yeah. So that was a cool list.
Yeah.
I appreciate
guys.
Yeah, we appreciate the time taken to do that. It was fun to read those and kind of look back on what I wish I would have put in some lists. I mean, I really love Goro. I thought that was a really good pick.
Yeah, I do not, but it's fine.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
That's why we have fans.
That's why it's fun to have opinions because it's great to fight about it.
Yeah. So, okay, wrapping up this show. It's getting a little lengthy, but there is one last thing real quick that I have a question. I didn't get to go see Deadpool yet, and I know you did. So please give me a spoiler-free, real quick overview of what you thought of the movie because I know that most people really liked it.
I really liked it as well.
Okay, good.
I'm one of those people that, like, despite Deadpool reaching, like, annoying levels of popularity, I've liked Deadpool for a long time. I've always liked Deadpool. When I remember hearing he was going to be in the X-Men movie and it was going to be Ryan Reynolds, I thought it was perfect because I don't hate Ryan Reynolds either. I like Waiting. I like Van Wilder. And I was like, yes. And he was so terrible. Took him 10 years to get there, but it was great. Really funny. Colossus is great.
Yeah, I was told Colossus is really cool.
Yeah, just solid. I don't know what to say without spoiling it other than I really liked it.
Okay, would you say it's one of your favorite superhero movies?
It's kind of little above average. Like, it doesn't hit, like, for me, like Guardians of the Galaxy Cap 2 level.
Okay.
But I liked it about as much as I liked Ant-Man.
Oh, okay. Well, I loved Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And I liked it more than the Avengers 2.
Well, okay, good, because I didn't really like that.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, that's right. I always forget you didn't like that.
Yeah, we saw it together. I'm not even going to get into it. Not going to get into it.
I mean, if I was ranking it, I would put it in that notch, of as good as Iron Man 1.
Okay. Oh, well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say it kind of took a step away from the traditional superhero movies that's been coming out?
Yeah, I mean, it played with the fourth wall excellently. That was, I think, one of their best things. And just nice to see a rated R version of this. But it really felt like a Marvel movie, just a rated R version.
Which is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, it is exactly what you want. Ryan Reynolds is great as Deadpool. The fourth wall breaks are fantastic. It is really funny. Like, there are a couple of laugh out loud parts. Action scenes are good. They're not, like, you can tell it's not like overly like a high budget. Like, there's not a lot of like crazy like $1 million action shots. But
Okay.
I feel like they made the most of what they had
Well, that's the thing too.
and delivered.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe start off humbly, and then if it gets, which it's gonna do awesome. It already has.
Yeah.
The second one might be more into the action.
Yeah, but I mean, it couldn't have been better, honestly, for Deadpool. Like, he didn't get annoying. I liked it a lot.
Cool.
I'll definitely go see it.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna check it out this weekend. So next week maybe I'll say what I think of it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna like it. I'm kind of going into it with mediocre to lower expectations. They're a little higher now because of all my friends liked it.
Yeah,
But-
everyone was there but you. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, jeez, I have to go to bed so early.
yeah, you have work.
Sucks.
It sucks. But I mean, it was right up there with the better ones.
Cool. Good to know. And with that, I think that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, that was jam packed. It's probably the longest one we've had.
Oh no, we go long.
Yeah, it's been long, but it was a good one. We had a lot of content.
Yeah, we had a lot to say.
So if you guys enjoyed it,
We
let
didn't
us
even
know.
get. I forgot I had a drunken thought, but we'll do it next week.
Okay, maybe we'll have multiple.
Yeah, we'll get to. It'll just be this. It'll be the entire show.
So thanks for listening, guys. I'd like to extend our thanks to Dragon Power Podcast for being an awesome companion on this journey of podcasting and giving us some good ideas. I really like the ideas that they've thrown at us so far.
Yeah, they were fun.
Yeah, so appreciate that, guys. And if you guys haven't listened to them, go check them out. They're on SoundCloud, YouTube, follow them on Twitter, all that good stuff.
And where are we?
Don't forget us at, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, subscribe. Please subscribe.
Yeah.
You can follow us on Twitter. We have the Twitch up. We still got to do that. We'll let you guys know. And we're on SoundCloud too. So
yeah. We have big plans for Twitch. It's just a matter of like I kind of got set back there.
yeah, so we'll get it done and we'll do our thing. But we'll let you guys know and just keep up to date on our Facebook page. We'll keep you updated. So, all right, with that, thanks guys for listening. Have a good week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.